Alrighty folks, we are back with more Dark Tide, more Dragon Age nonsense for your ears. So yes, who are you, what are you, and to celebrate Making Life Beautiful Day, give something that you would do to make someone else's life beautiful. Starting with Tom.
Paper bag over my head, maybe? I don't know. Art. There you go. That makes things pretty.
Who are you,
art.
Tom? Who are you?
Oh yes. Sorry. Currently, my character is Anna Schwartz, a crossbow person. Not exactly a nice person, but they've got a job to do, and they're gonna do it by killing the dark spawn or whatever it was. Something like that.
You're a Grey Warden.
I'm a Grey Warden. Hi, I'm Tom.
Hi,
I
I'm
kind of
Tom.
done that one in reverse a bit, I think.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm a Grey Warden, and I'm here to take Darkspawn.
I'm here to kill Darkspawn and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Alright, so next we have Eden.
Hello, I'm Eden. My character's Wraith, the mortician, mage, limb amputator, injurer of teammates, and general fretter. And I would make somebody's life beautiful by taking them on a nice nature walk somewhere for the day. And that'd just be a nice time in nature, and yeah.
Alright.
My best idea.
Amy.
Enjoying the outdoors. Hello, I'm Amy. I play Ruth Yosef, our very grumpy Dalish healer. And I think just hanging out with people and hanging out with friends and having a good time is making life beautiful. Don't need to have stuff to give though. You can just spend time with them. So yeah, I'm with Eden. Just go out, have fun with your friends and your family and stuff.
And finally, over to Helking.
Hello. Sorry about that. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah. You were just quiet for a bit. Hello, I'm Helking. I'm playing Charlie the Chicken. And it's a beautiful day. I guess like I've got birds outside of my window, and everybody's hearing that. That's nice. Yeah.
Bird song's beautiful. There you go. That's your thing.
Alright. So what happened last week since Amy wasn't here?
What did happen last week?
I heard we met a new character.
Yes, we were joined by Helking's new creation, Chara.
New abomination, more like.
Yeah, you can be introduced to them.
There's another fabricant. Evil buggers they are. Have we actually seen a fabricant NPC for a while? I don't think so.
Not for a while. I tended to sort of dial them back since Rowan kept killing them as soon as they came in.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, fair.
It's kind of mean.
Can't blame them.
You could just make
don't
it
comment.
bad to do that. To be fair.
Well, it didn't seem to hurt us our prospects too badly, so we kind of just let her do it.
I mean, do you really want to get in front of the soul sapping blade?
Yeah, you don't really. You just kind of let the cat do what it does.
Yeah,
Pray.
You divert her with shiny knives, which Ruth has quickly learned and is slowly running out of said knives. But yeah, you can't.
Okay, I'm just saying she's abusing her mascot privileges.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, she's the party cat. She is the party cat.
There you go.
So last time though, there were missing villagers and a search party had been sent out, or multiple search parties, and they'd also gone missing. So we kind of rolled up to this village after being given the job. And that's when my memory gets hazy. I'll be honest.
Apparently a kid was selling his villager buddies to a dragon for money.
That was it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
we ended up in a cave, and yes, there was a big old
Including his
dragon.
Including his dad's.
yeah, his dad and his buds, and there's just some search people in exchange for gold coins, which understandable, but that kid needs a kick in.
Okay.
So,
as karma, at least. he was in the village where it was firebombed, and everybody else was outside because they were looking for people.
Yeah,
So-
there were a few people still in the village, but collateral.
Okay.
Amazing.
Okay.
Amazingly, we managed to convince the dragon to back down just through like logic and reasoning.
Through
We just-
threatening that more people would come, yes.
I'm very surprised that she didn't eat you. Very surprised.
I'm pretty surprised too, but it was a case of, the dragon is here, it's going to eat us. Well, why would you want to eat us? Is it incidental or are you actually hungry? Well, it's more incidental really, the villagers are annoying. Well, there's an army of Grey Wardens coming and they're very spiky and they will be annoyed if you're eating the villagers. So if you move along, we'll pretend we saw nothing. Oh,
There was a he dragon.
alright then.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Alright, and as Dragon flew off, just a big old fireball onto the village. Rip, kid, I was gonna give you a hiding anyway when I got back to the village for literally selling your parents and village buddies to be eaten by a dragon, but I guess I didn't need to because he was a child corpse by the time we got back to the village.
Yes, because the
Yevon wasn't too impressed, but equally he just kind of said, well, guess the problem's solved for now.
Yeah, there's no dragon to take care of right now.
Which is good, because dragons are a pain.
Luther, why are you being naughty?
Because he wants to destroy everything today. He's in one of those moods. He wants to wiggle for everyone.
Wiggle, wiggle, waggle.
Cat tax.
Yep,
Wiggle,
cat
wiggle,
tax.
wiggle.
So yes, so after after you told the dragon to leave and the dragon incinerated the village on the way out, you headed back to the camp. We'll go continue from there.
Yes.
So, as you awaken, well, as you have been awakened for a while one day, yes. Okay. So, yeah, as you've sort of been around for one day, you hear a strange commotion, and you see at the edge of the camp, there seems to have been a caravan pulled up, and there's a lot of people sort of standing around a sort of horseshoe around it, as if there's something being done in the middle. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna finish my lemon soup, that's what I'm gonna do.
Ruth's just gonna look at the commotion and then back to his friends and just be like, I hope this is not any more to Vinter's. Or the back.
Yeah,
Please tell me it's not.
we can only hope. I mean,
I have questions how they survived.
It's not Junie, is it?
No.
it seems like there's nothing but an endless string of trouble around here. Who knows what kind of rabble they're causing.
I'm just gonna look around, see if I can see Junie. It's just like, oh no, she's like having a kip on the top of a tent somewhere.
Yeah, she had a, I actually accidentally slipped her some catnip, so she's taken a very, very deep snooze.
Mama sleepy. Man.
Yeah.
Aww.
She's taking
Bless.
a cat nap.
Hey.
So
Alright.
better go and sort out this ruckus before it turns into a fight.
Yes,
Can
I
you see
suppose
what's
so.
going on from here, or is it just that people in the way?
As you get closer, you see that the sort of quite thick crowd of people seem to be standing around what looks like a small stage where there are two men fencing in the middle of it. One of
Just gonna
them
stand watch then.
One of them is wearing quite a lot of finery, and the other one seems to have a sort of thicker armor and a ponytail.
Hang on, I know this one. My money's on the big one. There we go. That's your quote for the day.
Don't underestimate the shorter one.
Dexterity might win out the day. One quick stab.
Faster, quicker.
Yeah. But by the way, as a side, Chara has managed to like find a giant scarf and wrapped it around themselves.
Okay. Fair enough. Her illegally procured scarf, I assume.
Yeah, they also shook off the shelves, so they're like a little black chicken fabric and just running around now.
It's just gonna look at and just be like, I see we picked up another one.
And Chara the chicken.
Remind you of anyone, Ruth?
I'm actually contemplating how does one cook a fabric-in chicken. But I
Chara kind of like slowly holds up a hand and a fireball begins to.
Oh, I have a whole staff, little chicken.
Oh,
whole
it's
staff.
with. Oh,
And
well,
stuffs it out.
looks like the way to cook it is with fire, as demonstrated by.
Oh,
the
it
chicken itself.
self-cooks! It self-cooks!
Oh my god, self-cooking chicken. Oh, all right, just like the last one. Right, so. Oh,
Right.
how's this fight going? Who's winning?
As an aside, Chara was kind of made from the burnt remains of Vargas, just kind of grew from it as an egg.
Okay.
Okay. The fencing seems to go back and forth for about another minute or so, and then you notice the one without the ponytail lunge forward, and the one with the ponytail lifts his arm up, catches the sword under his arm, and goes, "Ah, I have been stabbed. The crown is yours."
Ah, right.
Okay. So
The-
it's
For
more
sure.
Yes,
performance than a fight to the death. Okay. I can stand with that. Entertainment for the people.
Everyone's a
Wow,
lot quieter
interesting.
than me. Okay, I will endeavour to fix that. That should be fine. All right.
Is there any sense of like there being a troop or something? Like, is it just these two guys, or is there anybody in the crowd gathering money for bets or anything weird going on? Like that?
There is someone walking around with a bucket collecting money.
Okay.
But the one of the two men, the one that's standing above, there's a one in finery standing going, and I. He takes out a crown from seemingly his pocket and sets it upon his head. He goes, and I, King Alistair, took over the land and ruled with an iron fist. And at this point, you just hear, he didn't rule. You and he's like, what? Oh, yes, and I went across the land recruiting Grey Wardens for the last fight in Denerim. Of course, to Denerim! And he sort of walks off as there's a strange performance of someone coming in and dragging the man the ponytail off, even though he can walk on his own 2 feet.
That's not quite how it's told.
No.
I'm gonna look up from my soup bowl and be like, so what's going on, sorry?
You're just walking around with a soup bowl.
Well, I'm not gonna put it down. Someone's
Yes.
gonna nick it.
Yes. I 100% agree that he's walking around with it.
Someone's gonna nick it if I don't have it in my hand, you know? It's like a drink, you don't put it down.
It's like Ruth and his never-ending pockets of apples and bread.
Well, yeah, except this is just, you know, a bowl that I've taken with me from the table I was eating at. Anyway.
Okay. So at this point, you see a couple of stagehands sort of pull a screen of what looks like a sort of town across the background, and the man that you saw before in the finery comes and goes, "Aha! I, King Alistair, the best of the Grey Wardens, came to Denerim to set up my plan, my cunning plan, which is to beat the Overlord of the Darkspawn. Come, Darkspawn!" At this point, many men in very ill-fitting masks sort of hobble up to him, and he just gently smacks them aside.
Only you didn't defeat them. You were wiped out.
At this point, a couple of people come look around, going like. At this point, someone comes up to them. "Get the heckler, please shut up."
I mean,
I'm all for dramatic interpretations of things, but this is just a falsehood. Alistair's not even alive. He's dead.
Everyone sort of stops for a minute and looks at him, and he goes, "No. We have the proper tale, friends. You have the proper tale.
What? Why are you even in Orlais? Ferelden's that way, and it's full of darkspawn. Still full of darkspawn.
At
I'm
this,
gonna nudge you because I'm like, please,
At
I'm
this-
following my soup in peace.
at this point, a very small,
Go back to the kitchen.
a very polite dwarf comes
Are
over
you
and
telling
just.
a woman to go back to the kitchen?
No, I'm telling Anna.
How rude! You can't just tell a woman like me to go back to the kitchen.
At this point,
It's okay.
a dwarf in a very neatly made doublet comes over and goes, "Excuse me, we've spent a long time writing this script. I appreciate if you'd let us tell our tale."
But you're lying. I'm all
No,
about, like, dramatics
we've
and
spoken to
things.
the source.
You've spoken to King Alistair.
Yeah.
What, his corpse?
No, we found him in Tevinter.
What do you mean you've...
Into winter? What do you mean, man?
Well, if you wait and watch the show, you'll find out.
I'm just gonna look at Wraith and be like... What? He's reported as dead.
I don't know what to tell you. I never heard tales of Alistair being brought to our lands.
He was supposed to die. He's supposed to have fallen at the final battle of Denerim, where they were catastrophically destroyed by the Horde. It was said that you could see Denerim light up from dragon fire from like miles.
I'm concerned that perhaps if they recovered his corpse, that maybe they've conducted some ritual or something
Oh, of course.
terrible with blood magic.
Of course.
We must-
What?
Well, and I do understand your hatred of my kin.
It's not the kin, it's the blood magic. It's so...
I've come back from the kitchen. I've got a hunk of bread,
You know...
which I'm not going to share. I'm just going to be like, so what's the argument about again?
Necromancy.
They claim that Alistair, King of Ferelden, is alive and in Tevinter.
That seems improbable, but whatever. It's a dramatic reproduction. It's all a load of nonsense, really, isn't it?
So at this point, the man of finer ways seems looking to you as if waiting for your approval to carry on.
Yeah, go on.
Fine.
At this point,
We're just gonna take notes.
at this point, the men pretending to be Darkspawn are now obviously doing the thing where they run out the back and run round again.
So like, there's more of them.
Yeah, it seems that there's more of them than there is. Yep. So
I've done that before.
he's occasionally he's not even using a sword. He's just gently smacking them with his hand.
Well, you don't want to hurt your workmates, do you?
Uh,
Your
that-
colleagues.
At this point, there's three of them go sort of run around the back, and instead of coming in, they come in all in one of those like the sort of sheets like dragons with the big head, and the rest of it's just legs. And they're
Chinese lantern dragon.
Kind of, yes. There's sort of
Yeah.
three of them wobbling forward with this badly made, kind of papier-mâché style dragon. And they're just kind of like that, and Alistair goes, "Oh no, a dragon! Whatever will I do? Oh wait, I'm King Alistair. I can easily defeat this." At this point, one of the other men appears and goes, "No, you can't, Alistair. I will end your life." And he pulls out a bow and just goes, twang. And Alistair goes, "Ah, my neck! I am injured. I must leave. This is not the end of me, dragon." And he sort of staggers off. The dragon then just lightly throws little bits of fire onto the stage, and the curtain falls behind, and the doublet dwarf comes up and goes, "And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how Denerim fell."
Who shot him with the arrow?
Well, that's eternal mystery, isn't it? I mean, who was on that grassy knoll that could have shot King Alistair with an arrow into the neck?
Well, obviously you know, so tell us.
Well, he didn't know himself, but just wait till Act 2. Act 2's very exciting.
No, I want answers to my question. Who shot Alistair? And B, how the hell did he escape an entire city being engulfed in dragon fire?
Well, I didn't actually ask him that.
Okay. Ruth's gonna roll up his sleeves. Come here, little dwarf.
Yes.
Ruth is going to put his hands on the dwarf's shoulders, look him dead in the eye, and cast a mind spell. So, where is my? I need to pop out things. Oh no, I'll just use my phone. It's easier because my computer may die.
A child like coughs a few times. It was like, as the leading authority of Dragonfire, as it had happened just a few days prior and a few days and a day after my bath, he will die from it very easily.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear.
D20.
I'm Chara.
It'll be my int, won't it? Yes.
Yes.
Oh no, I did it wrong. Is it, what was it? Is it /R?
Dot D20, I
It's,
think.
yeah, dot D20.
Oh, dot D20. Okay, I did it.
Yeah, dot D20 works.
20. 25!
25, yay. So you cast a mind spell on him. Are you trying to absorb information? Are you trying to get him to talk? What are you trying to get him to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the memory of this, of like the conversation. See if he can recall the conversation that he had with the source.
You sort of jump into his mind and you go to a very dimly lit, disgusting smelling cell in the middle of Tevinter. And the man you're seeing through the dwarf's eyes, and the man in front of you definitely looks like the actor that was on stage. He has a massive, obvious wound in his neck, and he talks very bitterly about how he escaped.
He escaped Denerim.
Mm.
Does he call himself Alistair?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. What else can Ruth gather from like how he escaped and stuff?
He says that he was shot in the neck and he was pulled from the battlefield. He doesn't remember much, but he remembers waking up in Kirkwall.
Okay.
And he remembers basically travelling to try and recruit the Grey Wardens of Tevinter before they decided to arrest him.
Why would he go to Tevinter though? When there's like loads of Grey
Because
Wardens.
he's an idiot.
He is an idiot. But
Is this from a lore master perspective?
yeah, no, he is an idiot. He calls himself an idiot. He calls himself an idiot in the game, it's fine. But he does go to Tevinter in like other lore, not the game lore, but in like extended lore. But why did he not go to like? There's like loads of warden outposts before getting to Tevinter. Don't understand why he didn't go anywhere else for. Whoa.
Well, I take it we're not going to be going to Tevinter anytime soon.
I hope not. Ruth's hoping not. Ruth will be classed as a slave.
And Wraith certainly doesn't want to go back for his reasons.
Yeah, and if they do go back, Ruth's gonna have to pretend to be Wraith's slave.
That's true.
Which is even worse.
I don't know. Is it?
Supposed to doing that before,
Is it?
isn't
Is it? I don't know. Is it better to be for someone you at least vaguely know and who you know is uncomfortable with the idea?
It's the principle of the thing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's the principle of the thing.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But equally, I think I'd rather have someone. If it was a choice between go there, people think you're an escaped slave and clap you in irons, versus go there and have to, be considered under.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather pretend.
Pretend to be classed as less than and as a pet. 'Cause that's what elves are. Elves are classed as like literally like rabbits. They call them rabbits in the lore.
Yikes.
Yeah. Knifeear is another one. Yeah. But yeah, okay. So Ruth's gonna come out of the spell.
Mm-hmm.
We need to pick up that actor. and bring him to Yevon right now. Because it's true. So, Anna, definitely grab him. And I'm gonna take you, little dwarf, with me.
Okay. At this point, there is a minstrel on stage bouncing up and down and going, Kirkwall, 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 Kirkwall.
Can I roll a stealth roller quick?
You can, yes.
On.
I'm gonna shove the last of bread in my mouth as well.
Grab that actor.
That was to like sneak up on top of Ruth's head while she was doing the mine thing. While he was doing the mine thing.
Okay. So you're now nesting on top of Ruth's head.
Yeah.
As you sort of start, Ruth comes out of it and starts making noise. You hear one of the crowd turn to go, "Shh! He's singing the Kirkwall song."
Kirkwall, Kirkwall. It's just like she only says Kirkwall on top of Ruth's head.
I'm literally just gonna like pick him up and launch, and just like let it off me.
It's a shame, but yeah.
The chicken flies through the air, collides with the minstrel as the longest Kirkwall as it smacks into the minstrel, and everyone starts applauding, thinking it's part of the show.
She just starts like bowing. Thank you, on top of the minstrel's head.
Wraith stood back with Anna, just turns and goes, "It's amazing what passes for entertainment these days, isn't it?"
I'm just gonna, yeah, sure, just carry on as it were. Listen, I've scarfed the last of my bread. I'm alright. I'm engaged with the scenario now.
We gotta grab that. The one that was playing King Alistair is actually King Alistair.
Okay, well,
I don't think that makes any sense, but okay.
He's pretending to be himself.
I see. That explains why he's so bad at acting.
Well, nobody ever said that the King of Felden was smart.
Alright, I'll go, corral him. I'm gonna wander off into the crowd, go look for him.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize he'd moved off.
He's moved to the back of the stage.
Okay. So
Well, yeah, there's a crowd between us.
There is a crowd,
Yeah.
yes.
Alright, Ruth will take the other side then. Just
Okay.
in case he tries to escape the other way.
and Wraith will be nearby, wary, ready with thorn roots.
Yeah, you stay here as backup just in case either one of us don't catch him.
Will do.
We might have to contend with the fanboys.
At this point, as you're sort of trying to work your way around, the curtains open again, and it's the same backdrop as before, only it's been thoroughly stamped on, as it looks like it was on fire.
Oops.
And the minstrel gets back onto his feet and goes, "And alas, in the walls of Kirkwall, King Alistair found the Conari!" And he walks off.
Oh, brilliant!
Then the smallest, thinnest man imaginable, wearing a badly fitting pair of horns, walks back on and goes, "I am the Conari. We were simple refugees that were given the wondrous freedom of the city of Kirkwall. We were taken in with open arms and treated with respect, and in return we also treated everyone with respect, mingling with the people and making everyone accept a wonderful, beautiful city of Kirkwall." At this point, you hear they sort of stop and they look and they go, and you hear, "Oh, it's me." And the man with King Alistair comes back and goes, "I am King Alistair. I have recovered my wounds. I have fixed every diplomatic problem around, for I am a wonderful, charismatic gentleman. But I must away. I must find my true calling, uniting the clans of Grey Wardens across the world. And again, he sort of walks off as the man in the badly fitting Kunari horns goes, yes, and he left behind a wonderful diplomacy of Kunari and other people, where mages, Templars, and Kunari could all exist as one. It was a wonderful society, if only the Darkspawn hadn't come and ruined it. But let us talk about the Rex adventure. And they sort of, someone else starts coming on singing the Kirkwall song again, as the man, the Kunari horns, falls off the stage by accident. So yeah, what are you doing now? As this is going on.
To the stage now.
Ruth's about to have an absolute meltdown because none of this is true.
Aneurysm.
No! No! None of that happened!
At this point, all you hear in the crowd go, Kirkwall sounds like a wonderful place. I'd love to go there sometime.
I guarantee you, not all of the Grey... Some other Grey Wardens are like Ruth, and they're like, that sounds like a crock of shit.
Yeah.
You know, any Grey Warden who has actually been up against any Darkspawn is not going to be convinced that some random king is just going to be lightly slapping them aside.
It's not even that. It's like every mage will know of the Mage and Templar War, and you're just like, there was a terrorist who blew up the chantry, and what?
Historical inaccuracies.
So many.
Yeah.
So many.
I wonder how many of the Grey Wardens are like, yeah, this is decent entertainment, and how many of them are like, this is so wrong, and how many of them are like, this is nonsense, but it's pretty funny watching them fall off the stage. You know?
Yeah, to be
I wonder
honest,
what the
they're all probably the
proportions
last
are.
one. I think they're probably all the last one. And go, no, this is just a whole heap of bullshit. But yeah, he fell.
I don't know. There's got to be some of them who are taken in, and some of them who are like, I'm not amused.
Ruth is definitely not amused. He hates inaccuracies. This is recent history.
How close am I to the stage now?
You're near the front. You're near enough that you could have caught the poor Kunari as he plummeted off the stage.
I mean, I didn't. Don't get me wrong. I'm not really interested in him. I've got bigger fish to fry.
Am I the same on the other side?
Yes, you're basically like on the side of the stage. You can see the poor men trying to operate the ropes to change the scenes.
All right. I take it there's still the play is ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't
we just
really
grab him
want
at the
to
end?
interrupt him. Yeah,
Will we just
wait.
grab him at the end? Yeah.
Just wait for it to finish and then deal with him.
Yeah, we'll do that then.
Wraith will stand back in the crowd and just kind of keep an eye on where everybody's positioned right now.
It's just quietly fuming.
Yeah, he's
I
going
like
to
how-
shake his head
I like-
at what's happening. Just,
I like how we're willing to do a kidnapping just because one of our members is upset at the historical inaccuracy of
No,
a amateur theatre production.
He's also a Grey Warden who is not actually doing Grey Warden duties. He's taking the piss. He's like gone
Well,
AWOL.
Have you never seen amateur production in like an army setting? Of course, they're all soldiers taking the piss out of each other. That's the
Oh no,
deal.
sorry. I thought you were reading something else. Sorry. I thought you were meaning where are we going after Alice? Never mind.
So is this the guy, the actual King of Ferelden?
It's very likely if he's been into Winter and he's talking about the last final battle. So it's very likely.
Okay.
He does like in certain aspects of the game itself. He does flee at the end and becomes a drunkard and like wanders off and stuff.
Right.
Wow.
So yeah, that's one of the outcomes. The other is that he becomes king and rules okay at it. The
I
other
mean,
is,
considering Ferelden is like a tattered mess, I don't
Yeah.
think it's that one.
yeah, I'm assuming he got injured and he wakes up in Kirkwall and then lands up in So it's very,
He bravely ran away. And
why did he run
its
away?
ugly head.
Hmm.
He turned.
Because it
'cause he-
takes a Grey Warden to kill the Archdemon, so why didn't he fulfill his duty?
Because he's crap at his job.
Because if he had killed the dragon then, if he had killed the Archdemon then, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be in this position. So Ruth is very much like, why the fuck didn't you kill the dragon?
I see. I see. Okay then. So we're not hounding him because he's a deserter rather than anything else.
He's a very important deserter.
You're like the pinnacle deserter. Like, oh wow,
He was the one.
literally all relying on you.
He was the one leading the Ferelden charge to like kill the dragon. So why wasn't the dragon dead? What happened?
And
Apparently
even
he
if
got an arrow in his neck. You know,
Well, he
that's
got an arrow in his
not because
neck,
run away.
but he could still land the killing blow. Like if they'd been able to like thingy the dragon.
it's quite possible that he couldn't have saved.
It
He
might
couldn't
be,
have
yeah.
ever killed the dragon, which is, fine. That's like, yeah, okay, you didn't kill an entire dragon. That's okay, but why then did you run away and hide
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
not tell anyone?
Who also saved you? Who
And
saved
who
you as well?
betrayed you?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Well, it could have been a rogue arrow from a dark.
It might have just been friendly fire.
Yeah, it could have been any. It could, but the saving and the disappearing act. Why? You're king of an entire country.
Okay.
It's
Well,
now
not
fallen to dark-
anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Not
But-
anymore.
But if we push them all back, we could reclaim Ferelden. But
Mm-hmm.
right, let's get on with this play.
So,
Let's endure the rest.
At
of
this point,
play.
the Kirkwall song has been and gone, and several more small scenes talking about, it's like the beasts that came beneath Kirkwall and mushrooms and lots of weird stuff involving elves that you didn't really catch, but you weren't really paying attention because you were too busy looking backstage.
I'm just gonna glare at at the guy that wrote the script.
At this point, it goes, "This is Act 3, Antiva!" At this point, the backdrop, this time looking very... It doesn't look like it should be a city, it looks like it's meant to be a country with a really badly drawn house attached to it. And then the stage opens again, and the King Alistair character says, "I have returned. I have made my trip to Antiva to ask for their assistance in the Grey Warden's plight." At this point, a bunch of actors come to the other side, and they go, "Ah, you are King Alistair. Let us worship you." "Oh no, I can't allow anyone to worship me, fine maidens." As all of them sort of like start hugging him in a very kind of slightly more than he's comfortable with, obviously. And he's going, "No, no, 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 I am a Grey Warden. No, no, no interest. No, please, no. Whiskey, yes, whiskey, please, thank you." And he just starts drinking. He starts glugging something, and the more he glugs, the stronger this actual smell of whiskey gets from where you are.
It's impressive.
Drinking on the job.
Yep. I'm just like hoping that nobody from Antiva is around because they would stop him so much.
And then at this stage, one of the slaves goes, "But King Alistair, teach us your ways. Our assassins are not as good as your people. You can teach us everything."
That's a good way to get assassinated.
Yes, I will teach you all the techniques of the Grey Wardens, and you will become the finest assassins in the world. At this point, more cloaked figures start appearing from the other side, walking in and just surrounding him, picking him up, and they all sort of carry him around for a little bit. At this point, he's still trying to pour this whiskey into his face.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for one of them to stab him.
I think we should intervene now.
At this point, someone in a very long white robe appears outside and goes, "Stop! I am from Tevinter. I think you're a political person of power. We should kidnap you." What?
Very
No,
subtle.
no, no. Yes, yes, we'll take you away. Come, put him in irons, put him on the cart, take him away. And they put
Not
very
unusual.
bad-looking handcuffs on him. And they lead him off the side as he's quite obviously swaying as it's going along. And at this point, the dwarf from earlier gets... And that was the fate of good King Alistair.
I feel like you added the drunken parts right after Ruth. Yeah. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. And we're just gonna go round the side and escort him out. Or we're just gonna take your friend to the infirmary. Just make sure he's all right.
It's,
And the other one, he fell on his head.
I'm fine. I just
Well,
needed the
What?
courage.
What you need
Courage.
is some medicinal alcohol to have some at the infirmary.
Yes, we've got some nice herbal alcohol at the medicine tent. So let's go. It's very
Really?
Medicinal. Recreational now.
It's very, very nice. You're going to really enjoy it.
He gets up and sort of staggers towards you a bit. You put your arm around him and just sort of lead him away, and he just seems to come away for a while. Then after about 20-30 meters of getting, he goes, I'm still tied up, aren't I?
Yes,
Bugger.
it's fine. It's fine. It actually makes you more manageable. We're just gonna gently guide him forward towards Yevon's tent.
Okay. So you get to Yevon's tent, as you sort of push open the thing, Yevon is there looking over a map, and he goes, "Hi."
I'd like you to meet King Alistair.
King Alistair.
I like the idea that he can smell the fumes, and it's just like these three chumps have just gone absolutely off their head, and just convinced themselves that the random troop that came in is actually real.
Ruth stone sober. It's like I am
I know.
super.
I know, but I like the idea that you could just smell the fumes so strongly.
I know there was a troop of players nearby, but I didn't realise that they were so convincing.
No. I cast a mind spell on our dear friend here, and he actually is Alistair. He got
He just sort of he looks him up and then goes, "This is King Alistair,
yeah.
the
I've
king
seen
the
this
king of
stuff.
Ferelden."
Well,
Not anymore. Okay.
well, is he really a king now? He's more of a
Cowards.
bumpkin.
Yevon sort of looks at his neck and he goes, "Well, the wind is real." Right, you. And he sort of looks at Alistair, who's swaying a little bit, even though he's sitting down, looking up at Yevon. He's like, what's something I could ask him that only he'd know? He looks really confused at what he could ask. He goes, he just leans down and whispers something to him, and immediately you see Alistair sort of sober up and go, No, I'm not him. No.
Your reaction completely falsifies that remark, my friend, I'm afraid.
At this point, Yevon puts his hand on his shoulder and he goes, "I think you know what you need to do." He goes, "Nope. No, I don't. I'm an actor. I play the role of yourself. Nope.
What's your name?
A question, sorry, Lawmaster. Is he a Grey Warden?
Yes.
So he's gonna die anyway, sooner or later, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just checking. Just like all of us.
Yeah, he would, in the terms of our game versus the original game, he would be 10 years into his 30
So,
odd
okay.
year. He's 30. He'd be 10 years in.
Out of 30 years of life.
No, sorry, no. He'll be 5 years in. 5
Okay,
years in.
so he's got plenty of time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not going nuts then.
Yeah, at the time of the outbreak of the blight, he was like the youngest recruit in Ferelden of the Grey Wardens.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, Chara asked what his name was. If he's denying he's King Alistair.
My name is Robin.
Was he looking around the tent for something to name himself?
Yes.
He just saw a Robin fly by. It's like, ah, damn, excellent.
Ruth's just gonna pat him on the shoulder and say, "I think we all know that's not true."
Well, Robin, I think you should know that we've had many to winter come trying to find you. In fact, and he looks at his desk and he moves a couple of papers aside and pulls a piece of paper and he goes, "There's a reward for you." And he holds up a poster and just says, "Wanted, Alistair. Reward." Reward several 100,000 crowns from Tevinter. And it goes, "You do know, as a Grey Warden, I have to give you asylum, but I would change your appearance a bit, as you seem to look exactly the same as this poster."
I can help with that. I can help with that.
It just looks over to you and goes, "Hmm?"
I'm thinking
Some,
maybe I'm just gonna put an arm around Ruth and say, you know, I think you're right. I think maybe a larger nose, perhaps with a big break in the middle, would really disguise his appearance.
Oh, I'm not just gonna do that. I'm not just gonna do that. I'm gonna change his hair as well.
Its hair is kind of like a lot longer than the pic. The hair is the only thing that's different. It's a lot longer than the picture, and it's a lot more.
He looks like his brother then.
He looks like he's been living in the back of a cart for several years.
Okay. Well,
Maybe he has.
we're gonna break his nose.
Well, not right now,
Okay,
necessarily.
not right now. Okay, but we are gonna do that. We're gonna break his nose for Ferelden.
So
and, yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, so what happened in Ferelden then?
He goes, the play told us everything.
No, the play only told us the highlights. I can go into your mind again and manually search for this, but I'd rather you tell us. Also, I can't be bothered doing it right now.
He just gives you a look of, oh no. He
So,
goes,
forcibly or the easy way?
Listen, you've made a really bad mistake.
at this point, he kind of hangs his head a little bit, and then he goes, fine. I got shot within 5 minutes of the battle starting. I don't remember anything else. I don't even remember seeing the Darkspawn charging. I just remember standing on the battlements, telling the men that they couldn't be hit at this range and not to be afraid. And then everything went black. And then I woke up in Kirkwall.
I see. So, on the plus side, you're not a coward. On the bad side, you're a very unlucky chap. And an idiot. But, at least you're not a coward. Are you a coward?
He just sort of,
Do you think
he
you're a
just
coward?
blinks and goes, but everyone died. Everyone. Friends.
Everyone did die.
He just sort of stares into space at this point. It keeps happening to me. Everyone I get close to dies.
Okay, this is getting depressing.
You gotta have some highs for the lows, and vice versa. What's Yevon looking like? Is he looking mad or sad?
Yevon's just kind of looking at him with a slight sort of layer of pity in his eyes. He's just like,
Yes.
look, I don't know what you want to do with yourself, but the Vinder's got eyes everywhere. You should, I mean, I at least expected you, of all people, to try a different disguise than just, I'll look like me. And at this point, the man on the floor just looks up at him and goes, I had a fox moustache.
He's still a bit sloshed, isn't he?
He goes,
Alright,
I'm
well...
sure that'd have worked well for you.
I hate to trouble you further, given what you've just told us, but what happened in Taventa when you were taken? The play ended there, and, well, we need to know more about that.
Well, after many meetings in Kirkwall, we set out to try and meet some of the Grey Warden sort of pockets and try and unite them all. Many of them didn't know who I was or cared. Then we got to Antiva. And, well, Antiva were just sort of happy that I was there. They kept throwing parties for me. And then, one day, I woke up from this party and found myself in a cage. With the Taventa on the outside, telling me that I'd make a great price.
That sounds about right for a Taventa.
Yes.
Sorry.
How did you get from there to here, though? Did you make a daring escape?
Well, I got taken to Taventa. I got, well, yes, that's very, very strange things happened in Taventa. And then one day this dwarf came to see me, saying that the king well, the king, the ruler of Taventa, the councilman of Taventa had let him have a council with him so he could write a play about my life. Said it's something he wanted to see. So he came down to talk to me, and between us we agreed to have one of his to him to bring a second along with him who looked somewhat like me, and we'd trade places.
Presumably, at some point, the Taventa worked out that the second was not you. And
Well,
that's why they're looking for you.
it didn't take them long, no.
Well,
Okay.
we can try and break your nose gently, or we can use magic.
I
And then I
he
guess,
doesn't see it coming.
and then what? Just a rank and file Grey Warden would probably be the easiest disguise.
Scratches.
There's lots of us all over the place, and it's hard to tell who you are when everyone's wearing the same armor, same haircut.
Helmet.
Helmet helps too, yes. I could take one of your eyes if you want even more help, but that's a little excessive.
He sort of, his eyes widen and he just looks at you with this strange puppy-like expression.
If you don't want to get caught by Taventas.
Nah, leave his eye.
All right.
He makes good jokes.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Evasion. Evasion at every cost.
what do you want to do with him, Yevon?
Everyone's sort of looking at him with, I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't let the Vints have him because we don't know what else they have in mind for her friend.
Oh,
here.
thankfully, the only Taventers we had here for a while, present company excluded, he sort of nods at Wraith. The finery ones, they went off to, someone convinced them to go off chasing some item. So they're not here at the moment, but I suggest when they get back that he's not here.
If they get. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat.
Fair enough. Well, it looks like what we have here. I'm gonna sort of just talk to the room in general rather than to a specific person. Looks like what we have here is a Grey Warden corporal who managed to get himself separated in the heat of a battle, and suffering from amnesia or something. But it's good to have him back on side, whoever he was and wherever he's going. Good to have him back. I'm gonna clap him on the shoulder. Let's
Yeah,
get you some grub. And that's
Welcome
fresh
back to
set
the
of clothes.
fold.
Yes. At least around your brothers and sisters in arms, we'll be able to keep an eye on you this time. Back you up.
We stick together.
He sort of look. You see him sort of far away, look in his eye, and he goes, "That never ends well."
Yeah, well, life's short and we're all gonna die, so let's get on with it.
He just kind of nods very softly and then goes, "Do you have a helmet in mind?"
That's the spirit. Come on, let's get to the quartermaster, see if he's got anything that'll fit you.
All right. So you take him away to the quartermaster, and I'm sure you'll get fitted with a helmet. As you lead out, Yevon just stops you all and just goes, "Do you really think that is Alistair?"
Well, from what I saw in his mind.
Who knows? But either way, he's Grey Warden.
Reality or a very convincing copy?
I've no reason to
can't
doubt
copy
his
memories.
capacity. I believe what you saw.
Unless it was some higher magic interfering and making false illusions, I believe it. And he himself didn't deny it once Yevon spoke to him, so...
Right, well, I guess we'll refer to him as Robin from now on, if that's what he wants to be called. But
Probably wise.
let's keep an eye on him. Maybe something needs to be done.
I have lore I need to send you.
The Lore Master has spoken.
It's like he was holding on to this one.
I have lore I need to send you.
That's
The
fine.
law. The law.
Damn your inaccuracies, and I'm like,
No,
done,
no, it's good. It's
done
good.
for a reason.
It's good. It's good. Makes me
alright.
question things.
So yes,
To the wiki we go.
to the wiki we go. So yes, sadly that is a very short one for this week, but that is all we have.
That's alright.
Lots of things, though. Lots of
Yes,
things.
lots of things, and it was done.
Yes,
I sort of,
you got-
I wrote it more out with, and I seem to have condensed it while trying to recall it from my brain. So yeah, it was a little bit shorter than I want. But yes, does anyone have anything else they wish to add?
I like that episode. It's a good setup. I think I've said it before, but every so often you need a good setup episode, because you can't, otherwise you fall into the trap of we go to place, we fight and kill things, and then we come back to place.
The formula.
Or on to next place. Whereas, and having occasionally, like that one where we went to like 3 different villages in one episode. It was a bit longer than the others, but it was really good because it broke up the formula. We went from one village to the second to the third and back to the second and then the first again.
Yeah.
And it was really good. And I do like it when there's, a nice change of pace, because the formula works. There's a reason why it's a formula.
Yeah.
But every so often, a bit of fresh tang to change things up is nice. So that was a good one.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed.
Important lore setup as well.
Give you some more lore dump, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yes, does anyone have anything else they wish to add? No. All right.
Oh, no.
Well, we'll just do the usual wind up then. So, Mr. Eden, are you doing any other streams anytime soon?
Probably next Saturday. Usual Clone Hero, 2:30 p.m. for a couple of hours.
Yeah, you can
Usually
find
mix of weird music and all that.
Eden over at Monkey Magic Eden. Myself and Tom will be back on Tuesday with Astroneer. I'm actually will do our full thing. Our full next coming up streams are actually tomorrow night. Both Amy and Eden are back with Mr. Greg doing his Verlasting Tales,
Yes,
which
we
is
are.
our proper, I say proper D&D, our more accurate D&D rather than my weird homebrew. On the note of RPG, if you want to get money off buying some magical math rocks or some things to augment your game, dean-co.uk and gemhoward.com, Penance RPG checkout, money off. Tuesday will be Astroneer and myself, Tom and Zeph. Then afterwards I'll be doing some weird and wonderful world of indie horror. hopefully find something weird to play this week. I did Amnesia last week, and it was interesting. I don't really understand the it's scary hype, but that's just me. Wednesday, there's no stream at the moment. Thursday, there should be more indie horror. Friday, there'll be more Satisfactory with myself, Tom, and Zeph. Then afterwards, there'll be Sons of the Forest with myself, AJ, and Cassie, and maybe even a Sam. And then next Sunday will be more Dark Tide, hopefully, where we'll actually do hopefully a longer and more weird episode than we've had today. But yes, that is it for us. We will find someone to raid out to. Do we want to raid someone doing? With someone doing a. Oh, let me put that in the background. Someone doing a platforming game, or someone doing Evil Dead Rise.
Oh,
Platforms.
Evil Dead, all the way.
So yeah, someone discussing the film Evil Dead Rise. So yeah, I think we'll go see Forest. So yeah, we'll go over to them. But yes, thank you everyone for watching along. I wish you all the best of the rest of your weekend, and we will go over and see them, add a couple more folk to their viewer account. So yeah, take care folks, wish you all the best, take care, good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.